Hey guys, so hi. I am not actually vlogging today. I'm taking today off from vlogging. Yeah, you are wearing your Rapunzel dress. I'm just so upset right now because I had mentioned to you guys that I left my Verizon bag at Lord & Taylor and I just went back and collected it. And when my husband called, they said like everything was still in the bag, the headset, the charger, everything. And I'm looking in the bag and there's nothing in here except for the case, the empty case that I have on my phone, the paper that had our receipt, and then an empty iPhone case. My charger, my dongle, something that's called, I swear to God, that's what it's called, was in here. And there's literally nothing except for this piece of paper and the box. So either some unfortunate son of a got their hands on my bag before I could and stole my stuff and then left everything else. I'm so upset. Like, people are so inconsiderate. Now I have to get a charger. Now I have to get headphones that I just effing paid for. I don't know what to do. That sucks. So it's the next day from the whole phone stolen accessory debacle thing. And honestly, I didn't vlog yesterday because I knew that I wasn't in a terrific mood. And I've mentioned before that I don't like coming on here when I'm not feeling too positive, because I wanted this year to be, about finding that positivity in any kind of given situation. And I'm struggling to do so. I know it was probably my last vlog, or if not the one before that, I talked about, struggling with like mental health, with like anxiety, like real anxiety, not just like, oh, I'm feeling kind of anxious today. No, like real anxiety, real depression, and wanting to kind of get a hold of that. And I haven't, as of right now, I haven't made any further progress with that. I haven't made any doctor's appointments or anything, and I know I really have to, but I'm almost afraid to. And it's hard though. Like, you never want to hear that something's like wrong with you, but at the same time, if I had cancer, God forbid, like I wouldn't want to know, but I'd want to know so I can get treatment and help for it. And obviously that's an extreme example, and I'm not like trying to compare what I'm going through to a cancer patient. Like, I had family who had cancer. Like, I would never I'm not comparing that. I just don't want to offend anybody, but it's almost like just getting myself to go and hear what I'm afraid of what they have to say. So I've been kind of struggling with that. And just like my entire life, I've been struggling badly with relationships recently. I have this little like cami. I have this cami on my counter that I'm gonna use as a tissue. It's fine. It's going upstairs anyways. I'm having a real hard time with relationships, and recently I've been trying to open myself up to find new friends, and not even new friends, just like friends to hang out with, like, but it's funny because I've been finding that when I finally do find someone that I want to hang out with, I have built up this brick wall that is so thick and impenetrable. Is that the word? You can't penetrate it because it is so thick and concrete with my defense now. I know everybody's been hurt by so many people, but I feel like the same kind of things keep happening to me over and over and over again, and they can only happen so much before, again, you build up this wall that eventually becomes so thick that nobody else can get through. And I feel like that's kind of what's been happening. And I don't know, I feel like the people who are closest to me in my life, like, just don't, I feel like I'm just not taken seriously. And I know that I tend to be an emotional person, and I feel like that can kind of get a little daunting on people, where it's almost like the boy who cries wolf, where like somebody just keeps doing something over and over and over again. It kind of loses its effect a little bit. So I feel like if I'm upset about something or I'm crying about something, it's not perceived the same way as it used to be. It's not taken as seriously. And I just feel like it sucks, because like at this point in my life, when I've tried to develop friendships and like go out and have a good time, I'm so stressed out and stuck in my own head the entire time that I'm out, thinking that I'm gonna say the wrong thing, trying to figure out what the other person is thinking about me, you know, trying to assess the situation, like, is it going good, is it not going well? And I just end up stressing myself up so much that all I want to do is go home and be alone again. It's gotten to the point where I didn't mean to cry because I just did my makeup. It's gotten to the point of where I feel more comfortable alone. I say alone loosely because I have Ella. But I find it really hard to sometimes control my emotions, obviously. But not just sadness, anger, and frustration. I feel like every day I wake up and I'm just frustrated. And that's not a fun way to be. That's not how I want to be or who I want to be. But I can't seem to control it at the moment. I'm quickly losing hope in YouTube ever going anywhere for me. I've kind of decided by the end of last year and the beginning of this year that I'm not going to pursue YouTube as a career no longer. It's just more so a video diary, a channel that my family can look back on years from now and like look back at this and, you know, 2030 and be like, wow, what was going on in 2018? You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff that I'm no longer pursuing. You know, if my channel grows, if the numbers climb, that's fantastic. I'm not trying to belittle that or like trying to not be successful in something, but it's not that my passion is gone for YouTube, because this is such a therapeutic outlet for me. Obviously, I'm coming on here crying in front of God knows who, and talking about personal stuff, but it makes me feel better to have someone to talk to sometimes, but not like one-on-one. I have a really difficult time just sitting there talking to people, just again one-on-one, because I'm too focused on what the other person is thinking, or what kind of situation I'm in, making sure I'm not saying the wrong thing, where here I can just say what I want to say without, you know, worrying about any of that. If I say something stupid or I'm kind of iffy about something I say, I can just cut it out and like no one has to hear it. You know what I mean? It's in person, it's just so socializingly horrific. I don't know big words. No, I don't know how to explain it, because it doesn't even make sense in my own head. So how am I supposed to make it make sense to other people? I don't know. But you know, I got a young daughter, and I'm trying to continue to learn and grow as a mother as my patience grows, and you know, I'm experiencing things I never thought as a mother. And you know, I'm just having hi baby, you brushing your hair? You've been dying for some camera time. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm gonna put you guys down for a sec. But basically, I have just been struggling so bad, and I know that, you know, going to the doctors will probably help. I think what I'm most afraid of, besides hearing like, okay, you have a legitimate case of whatever they're gonna say, because I know something's not right. Something's not right. I don't know what it is, but something's not right. So I know I'm not going to leave that doctor's office without some sort of conclusion. But I'm also afraid, because if they do find something, they're going to medicate me. And, you know, the first time that you get medication is not going to be like, oh, it worked. I mean, maybe for some people, but I feel like for 98% of people that go to doctors for medications, for mental, why do you have a pillow? For mental things, you know, I feel like just for like 98% of people who go for medication is not going to get the right medication the first time. And I know there's side effects, and I'm so afraid to take antidepressants because I've just heard horror stories about making them feel worse. And I'm like, at this point in my life, if I felt worse, I wouldn't be like human. I wouldn't have human emotions. Like, it's gotten to the point of where this is the best way that I can explain it. You know, I try to just go throughout my day doing whatever I'm gonna do, whether I'm running to the store or bringing my daughter somewhere, or I'm just at home cleaning the house. If I get so overwhelmed about the day, whether, you know, whatever factor it could be, just the amount of chores I have to do, the amount of stores I gotta run to, the amount of things I have to remember to pick up, and my life isn't all that exciting, so it's not like genuinely overwhelming things happen, but because of my brain chemistry, little things panic me, like literally panic me, to the point of where I call it my switch. And this probably sounds crazy, but I call it my switch. And I don't know if I've ever talked about my switch on camera or in person anymore. Maybe once to TJ. But I have this little switch in my head that, because I have so many emotions and they're so escalated, like when I'm happy, I'm happy. When I'm mad, you better watch out. If I'm sad, like, I'm in hysterics. Like, there's no real in between. So when all those emotions pile up, if I'm in an extremely stressful situation, or, you know, all morning has been stressful and 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock comes and my daughter is going down for a nap, I flip this little switch and I don't turn off my emotions, but I almost feel numb. Like, it kind of just gives me a way to not think about anything. Like, nothing that went on throughout my day. And I just go numb. I don't, like, necessarily, because I don't want to say I just turn off my emotions, because obviously I feel something to some extent, but I turn it off just for a little bit, just to kind of pull myself back together. And that scares some people. They're like, how can you just like switch it off? And that's why I want to say, like, I can't just switch it off. Nobody can just switch it off. Unless like you're a sociopath that you don't have it to begin with. I can't, you know, switch it off. But it just goes away for a minute. You know what I mean? And it doesn't really come back on until I start kind of getting overwhelmed again. Like, slowly but surely my emotions will start flooding back into me. And I've never like tried to like switch my emotions off several times in a day, but there's been days where I'm like, I want to feel nothing today. You know, and I'm laughing because I don't know how to react to it. Because it's so incredibly weird. I didn't mean to go on this friggin' tangent, but I just kind of wanted to bring you guys back and let you know kind of how I've been feeling. And I don't know when I'm gonna start vlogging again, because to be honest, after the holidays, my life comes kind of to a screeching halt. Like, January is not gonna be very entertaining. We do have a show to go to in February, and I'm hoping in February I'll have some really good news for you guys, but that's a whole different thing, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, so I'm not even gonna talk about it until like it's a for sure thing. But like February we might be picking up a little bit, but I'm like in these winter blues, and again just struggling with like my mental health. And you know, like I said, I'm so lonely sometimes. Like, it would be nice to have, like, I used to have like a best friend. She ended up not being like the best of friends. She was my best friend, but not like a great friend. Like, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I did something real shitty to her too. Like, I'm not a saint by any means, but she was that kind of person that would kind of just like blow me off for guys. And I don't know, I don't have to go on and on about her, but I had a best friend, and I wanted I want a relationship like that back. Maybe with like a better match for me, but like used to come over all the time, like had a key to my house, like was literally like a sister to me. And I've only had that one other time, and the first girl that I had that with hurt me so badly. Like I've debated on making a story time about it, but at the same time, it's not going to change anything. It's just going to bring up bad blood, and I almost don't want to relive it. Like, I just want to kind of suppress it and pretend that that relationship never happened, because I don't think I've ever been hurt like that before, to the point of where I don't know how to quite comprehend how to deal with that kind of hurt, so I don't. But I want that relationship back, and I've been trying to develop new relationships with new people. I'm like trying, you know, that like awkward new friendship stage. And I'm not just talking about one person. Like, one person might be watching this and think I'm talking specifically about her. Like, it's about me. Like, it's not about these people specifically. It's just no matter who I try to make friends with, there's always like that awkward new friendship stage. And I feel like, again, I just rather be at home alone again, because this is where I'm comfortable. Once you bring me out of my comfort zone, the emotions start racing, the mind starts racing, the, you know, doubt, and just, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like I can have as good of a time as I could by myself at home. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad, but I hope this kind of made sense. It made me feel a little bit better, to be honest. This may just be one vlog because I've been rambling for 10 minutes. But I've said this from the beginning, and I will keep saying it, that I try to keep my channel as real as possible. There are certain things you don't need to know. I hate to say it like that, but I'm going to be blunt about it. Not every little detail in my life I'm willing to share on the internet. Some people are. Trisha Paytas, she's my goddess. I love her. I know she's so controversial. I've had my times where I didn't really like her either, or agreed with what she said, but she's a person, for example, who shares everything. She doesn't have a daughter. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to necessarily get a real job and make money, you know, through an hourly wage. I do. So these kinds of videos affect my real life. They'll affect my daughter's life growing up. Do I want my daughter to go to school and then some kid be like, hey, I saw your mom's vlog where she talked about this. Like, that's weird. That's gross. Like, why would she share it? You know what I mean? So I have to be filtered to a certain point to simply protect my family. I mean, would you guys, like, maybe some of you are YouTubers of your own, but would you guys, and maybe you do, want to share every little part of your life if it's humiliating to thousands, if not millions of people? Whoever your video, I mean, mine reaches like 50 people, but I'm just talking about in like the grand scheme of YouTube. Would you want thousands and millions of people to know something humiliating about you by you being the one to say? I don't know, maybe you do, but me, I don't. Like I said, I've been made fun of my entire life. I don't need to give people more content to hurt me with. I feel like that's me loading their gun, so to speak. So if you know me in real life, you'll probably know more than what I show on YouTube. I don't know what to say. This is going off on something completely different. I need to run out to the store. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit and get some things off my chest. And I'm just kind of revisiting my vlogs. Like, I'm not really sure. Like, I want a daily vlog, but like I said, I don't want every little piece of my life to be on the internet. That's not what I ever wanted. I just wanted to vlog, not even just the good stuff, but like the bad stuff too. Let's talk about it, but to an extent. Like, I would never, you know, vlog like a family member's funeral or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to give you an example of something that would just be so personal that I wouldn't want everybody to know. And I hope you do understand that. I know most of you do, and you know, you guys have always been really supportive, and I really do appreciate that. So I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna edit this vlog when we come back. I gotta finish my hair a little bit later to get ready for work, so I won't be vlogging for the rest of the day. I'm just kind of, I'm stuck in my own head, but we're gonna run out to the dollar store, see if we can't get some crafts for her, and I gotta go get like milk and just like random stuff like that. So not really an entertaining day anyways, but I just want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble for 15 minutes. I know it hasn't been the most positive of vlogs, but I do from time to time enjoy coming on here and just kind of talking about stuff. And you know, your comments are always appreciated. I do read comments, and even if I don't respond to you, I might just literally not have a response. Like I might just agree with it, or I might just like it or love it. I might not have an actual response, but I do read your comments. But that is it, you guys. Thank you again. I'll say goodbye for the 1000th time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.